So right now it's time for us to realize the preparation of the leek. The leek will be burned. It's a process that will take around 20 minutes on the barbecue. So we have a leek that we just clean and cut. We'll make sure that it's perfectly sealed. We just fry the root quickly in order to give a look and feel that is super nice. We'll take a piece of aluminum foil and we just roll the root this way. Okay? So once we have it, we just put it on the barbecue. So we don't put any oil, any sauce. This we just char it all around. So we'll stay in front of the leek for approximately 15-20 minutes. We just roll it that way to make sure that it's not burning completely in one side, and we'll keep rolling that way in order to make sure that the full surface will be completely charred, not overburnt, but you will see it's going to be from brown to dark, and it's time you have to remove it. If you don't have barbecue, of course, you can use a salamander. It will be perfect. So as you can see, it's a slow process. So we have here one finalized piece. So as you can see, it's been charred all around. We just slice the middle, both sides here. We open up, and then with scissors, we just cut the flesh and take it out. And here is the perfectly cooked and smoked leek. It's beautiful. So we just cut it in pieces and cook it a little bit to finalize our ceviche. After, we'll plate back everything on the middle, and we're gonna have a very nice contrast of temperature between the leek, which is warm, and the ceviche, which is very cold. So it's time for us to almost finalize the dish. We have a dashi. Use the juice. Butter. Sliced nori for the flavor of the sea. Leek and seafood in general is going very well as seaweed. So we are making a glaze right now to glaze our leek. Shallots. Give a nice crunch. And chives. The flavor is amazing. So we wait for an ebullition, and right after we'll add a little bit of ginger grated on the top. So I will not add salt because the dashi is already salted. And the butter as well. In Brittany we use mostly salted butter, so we have to be very careful for the salt. So it's almost about to boil. I will add grated ginger. We give just one boil. Of course we try. A bit more yuzu. And for this case, a little bit of salt. So as you can see, we slice the leek. We'll add it gently to avoid breaking it. Very important, because what we want to do is to keep the part of the leek into the leek. Like that, when we're gonna try and eat the dish, it's gonna be a very nice texture. It's not gonna be mushy. So here we don't cook it, huh? It's just a glaze. We just want to reheat it and give a bit more flavor with all the glaze and the elements that we put into the pan. So it's now time to plate the dish. So we'll take our leek that still kept most of the texture. It's super warm and flavorful. The ceviche of clam. So we need to plate quite quick, because what we want for the degustation is that the leek will be warm and the ceviche will be cold, which gives a nice contrast of temperature. Lime gel. Fry and puffed buckwheat for the crunchiness. A little bit of mustard cress for the hint, a little bit of spices. And we finalize with a garnish that is a charcoal coral to give this effect of nature and earthiness, and also a texture of crunchiness. So my dish is ready: burnt leek and ceviche of razor clam.